Just moments away from the starting lineup announcements. You saw the chance to see the referees coming out. Steve Sampson also exiting the locker rooms.
And now the starting lineup. First for the Western Conference. In goal, wearing number 9 from the Los Angeles Galaxy, Jorge Campos. A defender from the San Jose West, number 3, John Doyle. A defender from the Los Angeles Galaxy, number 4, Robin Fraser. A defender from the Los Angeles Galaxy, number 6, Dan Kalichman. A midfielder from the Kansas City Winds, number 8, Ricky. A midfielder from the Los Angeles Galaxy, number 10, Mauricio Cienfuegos. Midfielder from the Los Angeles Galaxy, number 13, Kobe Jones. A midfielder from the Dallas Burn, number 14, Leonel Alvarez. A midfielder from the Dallas Burn, number 15, Jason Price. A forward from the San Jose Clash, number 11, Eric Winalda. And that forward from the Los Angeles Galaxy, number 29, Eduardo Hurtado. Please welcome Los Angeles Galaxy and West All-Star Team head coach Lothar Osiander and the rest of the Western Conference All-Stars. And now the Eastern Conference starting lineup. In goal, wearing number 1 from your Metro Stars, Tony Meila. A defender from the Tampa Bay Mutiny, number 4, Green Coleman. A defender from the Tampa Bay Mutiny, number 5, Martin Vasquez. A defender from DC United, number 12, Jeff Agus. A defender from the New England Revolution, number 22, Alexi Lalas. A midfielder from the New England Revolution, midfielder number 16, Welton. A midfielder from your Metro Stars, number 7, Roberto Dominguez. A midfielder from Tampa Bay Mutiny, number 9, Carlos Valderrama. Midfielder from your Metro Stars, number 10, Ted Ramos. A forward from the Tampa Bay Mutiny, number 11, Roy Lassiter. And at forward from the Columbus Crew, number 20, Brian McBride. Please welcome Tampa Bay Mutiny and East All-Star Team head coach Thomas Rondon and the rest of the Eastern Conference All-Stars.
The opening kickoff of the inaugural Major League Soccer All-Star Game comes your way next on ESPN. Here at Giant Stadium, the MLS All-Star Game just seconds away from kicking off. Ty, a lot of history has already happened this year in the first season for MLS. This just another chapter in the book.
Look at this crowd here. It's just exactly what you're talking about. The people have come out in droves to support this new professional outdoor league.
The referees had the chance to see them earlier. Kevin Stott will be the man in the middle. Greg Barkey and Arthur Reed will be on the sides. The referees' assistants, and Ruben Rojas will be the fourth official today. It will be the Western All-Stars wearing the white. They're defending the goal. To the left, with black shorts, Eric Winalda in the center circle, anxious to get underway. The East will be wearing all blue and moving from right to left in half number one. Winalda and Cienfuegos, two of the bigger stories in Major League Soccer, and the All-Star Game is underway. Cienfuegos, the number 10, kicking it to the near side, getting it to Kobe Jones, and they will drop it back. John Doyle has it. All the way back to Robin Fraser. We'd like to thank Honda and all of our MLS sponsors for allowing us to bring you today's Major League Soccer All-Star Game without commercial interruption. Leonel Alvarez, the number 14, into the middle, and just as they do, getting Preki involved with Kansas City here in the West as well. Alexi Lalas for the East with their first touch, passing it up the line to the exciting Brazilian, the 21-year-old Welton. Welton in the middle looks for Lassiter, deflected in the air by Alvarez. Valderrama comes away with it into the middle to Donadoni, the number 7 for the Metro Stars. Koyman finds teammate Roy Lassiter wearing the number 11, pushing it forward for Donadoni. But Frazier will kick it out of bounds and a throw-in upcoming. Let's head down to the field and bring in Bill McDermott. Bill?
Well, I'll tell you, Phil, the mid-season report card is in, and it is fabulous down here at Giant Stadium. Major League Soccer is alive and kicking in the United States. The crowds have been fabulous throughout the league all year long, averaging nearly 20,000 people. And tremendous crowds as well here today at Giant Stadium. Games always go to a conclusion. You can't beat that. And the mid-season report card may be incomplete. However, with the remainder of this game today and the rest of the season, there's more excitement to follow. And I'll tell you, the capacity crowd here today at Giant Stadium, they've registered what they think. It's an A for Major League Soccer at midseason.
Thanks, Bill, and hopefully he can hold on to his voice, because the way this crowd is going, as Brian McBride's header goes over the bar, it should be a fun afternoon.
Phil, this is not quite Italy, Ireland as it was in the World Cup, but it's approaching that as we see the best players in the new professional outdoor league showcased here in the MLS All-Star Game. Number 11 there for the Western Conference All-Stars. Eric Winalda took the kickoff, recently married, here as the top scorer in history for the U.S. national team.
The offside flag goes up, first of the day. And the East will start it quickly from the back. Lothar Osiander, the LA Galaxy's head coach, the man who guided them to the best record in the Western Conference, coaching the West here today. Flipped in, looking for Lassiter, but headed clear by Doyle. To the far side, a beautiful move by Cienfuegos. He has Preki running down the wing, and a soft pass stolen by McBride. Back to Cienfuegos. Hurtado has it. The tank, number 29 for the Galaxy, who can score at will, it seems. Alvarez dropping it over to the far side to Jason Price, one of the young American stars who's getting a chance to shine. Preki, a dangerous left foot. Cienfuegos, Price looking for Winalda. It will go over the end line. In fact, Viola will keep it in play, and the East will have it.
Not to be unexpected there in the early part of a match, an all-star team, guys from all different club teams within the league, miscommunicating slightly on trying to link up on that last pass, but they'll find their legs, they'll start to create an understanding and work the ball intricately, as only Carlos Valderrama can do. You can see him right in front of Jeff Hagan's number 9 for the Eastern Conference All-Stars, with a very distinctive hair. Valderrama, one of the most entertaining players in the world to watch.
Play Koyman to the far side, touching it on to Ramos. Will keep it in play, tries to center for Lassiter. Nice defense from the West. As you notice, the clock ticking down as it does throughout the MLS regular season, winding its way to 0. The referee controls it, but when the clock strikes 0 on the scoreboard, the half has come to a close. Hurtado in the middle with some space. To the near side, looking for Jones, headed back nicely by Agus to Miola in the net.
The defense for the Western Conference obviously has a flavor that comes from the Los Angeles Galaxy. They've given up the fewest goals in Major League Soccer, so they have Robin Fraser, Campos.
Lassiter's shot blocked by Campos, headed back nicely by Robin Fraser.
Exactly, it's Campos who's been the goalkeeper for the team with the fewest goals allowed this year, the LA Galaxy, and out in front of him, Robin Fraser sweeping, and Dan Kalichman also playing in the back. We'll have the look here at the first strong attack by either team in this Major League All-Star Game, and it's Roberto Donadoni with the right-footed ball into space to Valderrama, and Valderrama perfect vision, and he links up with Lassiter as they do so well with the Tampa Bay Mutiny, but Campos has no problem cutting the angle.
Welton in the middle for McBride, stolen by Frazier again, as you saw. Good pace on the miter power shot. Valderrama holding on nicely. What a battle that is. The two Colombian stars and a handshake after Valderrama goes down.
They better shake hands. They will be teaming up for Colombia's national team in World Cup qualifiers. They already have, and they play alongside each other and complement each other beautifully with that Colombian World Cup team. Leonel Alvarez for the Western Conference All-Stars, and Carlos Valderrama, number 9, in blue for the Eastern Conference All-Stars.
Alvarez again to the near side for Preki, the number 8. Kansas City's scoring whiz, the leading scorer in Major League Soccer, finding Jason Price at the far side. Price dropping it back to Kobe Jones. Jones, the dreadlock, number 13 in the middle for Winalda, headed in the air. Agus back to Miola. He bobbles it but grabs hold before Hurtado can get there.
Part of the University of Virginia connection there. Jeff Agus, Tony Miola.
Here's Valderrama with some space. Alvarez comes over to help. Lassiter back to his Tampa Bay teammate, but just off the mark.
That's what Alvarez does best, tackling at midfield, diffusing attacks. Brilliant slide tackle there a moment ago to hook the ball.
Oh, nice pass by Preki and Kobe Jones onside, far side. Winalda for the header. Koeman shields him away. Jason Price holds on. The Dallas midfielder brings it back. And the right foot saved by Miola.
Jason Price possesses a lethal right-footed shot. It always seems to dip and elude goalkeepers. Miola covered it well, but there's Jason Price from a bad angle. There's that dip on it. If that bounces right out in front of Miola, it's a potential rebound.
Into the middle for Martin Vasquez, finding Valderrama. Vasquez playing the Alvarez role on the Mutiny. Defensive support. Pass up to Lassiter, so the middle of the field. As you mentioned, LA dominant on the west. Tampa Bay dominant on the east. Kobe Jones to Alvarez. Back to Jones with some space in front of him. Agus comes over to shut him down. Jones finds Hurtado, but Alexi Lalas sticks a foot in and intercepts.
6 players, each chosen from the conference leading teams. The LA Galaxy, the best team overall in the league. Tops of the Western Conference. Tampa Bay, also 6 players selected to this MLS All-Star Game. Tampa Bay right at the top all the way from the beginning, also in that Eastern Conference.
Here's Winalda. He can score, he can also cross, gets into the box, but national teammate Alexi Lalas stops the charge. It'll be a throw-in for the West.
Winalda, many consider him to be the closest thing the United States has ever come to a world-class striker or goal scorer.
Here's Preki to the far side for Christ, spinning over the end line. It'll be a goal kick. Nice idea. That one might work a little bit later.
Well, Phil, the Giants Stadium here witnessed crowds of 70,000 plus back in the glory years of the Cosmos. The World Cup here, capacity crowds for every game in '94 when the United States hosted the World Cup. And today, an anticipated sellout in this Major League Soccer All-Star Game. So New Jersey and the New York area, a hotbed for soccer fanatics of all stripes, shapes, sizes, cultures, languages, nationalities. They love to see their professional soccer top level exhibited here on natural grass surface here at Giant Stadium.
This might be, other than the World Cup, the best chance to see some of the best players in the world here today at Giant Stadium. Called it the Mecca of soccer. The Rose Bowl might be up there, but when you have a game of this import in either place, it's an amazing experience. Welton, the number 16 for New England, brings it back to the right foot, tries to chip it over, and almost put it in the net. Campos deflects it for the corner, but brilliance from the Brazilian.
Welton, like most Brazilians, will try and do the unexpected. We have the super slow motion here as he bends the ball. And Campos, gambling as he always does get caught out of position. He's backpedaling. He nearly knocked it into his own net. Not only that, he was disoriented. Had he really known where the goalpost was, he would have just let it go past.
Tab Ramos, the Metro Stars number 10 on the corner. Towards the spot for Lawless, and the header goes wide.
Alexi Lawless, number 22 for the Eastern Conference of Blue, always a threat on the high balls into the box, particularly on corner kicks. He has scored 7 goals for the U.S. national team, most of them from that same situation.
Campos, Kalishman, Frazier. 3 Galaxy players in a row before it finds number 14, Leonel Alvarez. Alvarez and Preki playing give and go. Back to Frazier as they try and draw the East out. Kalishman on the far side wearing the number 6.
He's a hometown favorite. The only one on the Western Conference. Dan Kalishman from the New York area. He played at Williams College, a Division III power.
Vasquez almost trips over the ball but holds on. He'll knock it back to Koyman. Koyman, a little bit of a gutsy move, but he freezes Winalda enough to gain some time.
It's the East who have threatened Jorge Campos' goal on the corner kicks, as well as the combination we saw a moment ago between Valderrama and Lassiter.
Cienfuegos finds Preki. He's not afraid to shoot. Blocked by Eggers. The West holds on. Alvarez, the soft touch into the corner. Preki and Eggers. Preki almost keeps it in play and did draw the corner.
Number 8, Preki for the Western Conference All-Star, really battling in the corner there. An All-Star game, you expect guys maybe to go a little bit easy, do a little bit of showboating, but he got his foot to that one to force the corner kick. Top scorer in the league, and it's all of the left foot.
Looking back post, Winalda can't get the volley because Clay Koyman got a head in. But the number 11 from San Jose keeps it in play on the far side with a dive. Price tries to lift it in. Eggers all the way on the far side. There might be an opening on the near. Winalda taken down. This will be a free kick. Might be a little far away for a direct shot, but Tony Miola in the East net at least has to think about it. Winalda looking for Doyle, straight into the air. Kalishman, the number 6, heads it towards the spot. Cienfuegos has it. Hurtado knocked down and away. Finally guided into the arms of Miola by Tabarama.
Beautiful idea there. Cienfuegos and Hurtado trying to work a 1-2 practically inside the penalty kick spot, 12 yards out. Not much space there, but they have that kind of confidence in their touch on the ball in those kind of tight spaces. And had Hurtado not been bumped there, he was trying to give a return pass into Cienfuegos' path.
Preki, the soft touch, looking for Cienfuegos. More magic to Hurtado, the left foot. He fakes the shot and Lawless steals it away.
Alexi Lawless, number 22 for the East, was in desperate straits there as Hurtado sold him a big fake initially.
And here's McBride on the full run. Cuts inside of Doyle, but can't keep his footing. Continues to hold on, saving it for Valderrama. Alvarez blocks it clear. They were looking for Ramos on the far side. Donadoni can't control the trap, and Jason Price comes away with it. With the number 15 from Dallas, the Duke grad, sending it out, finding Cienfuegos across the midfield stripe.
Obviously the offensive combinations to watch in this match. For the East in blue, it's Valderrama looking for Lassiter in the space. For the West, it's Cienfuegos looking for Hurtado.
He has it, but Lawless again. Might be a slow mistake, but Lawless has been quick to recover here today.
There's El Tanque, Eduardo Hurtado, who was on a goal-scoring tear with the LA Galaxy. In fact, he led the league in goals for some time. Had to leave to play for Ecuador in World Cup qualifying. Otherwise, he still would lead the league.
Valderrama, Ramos, goal! He beat Campos. Beautiful pass from Valderrama, and Ramos puts the East up 1-0.
Nothing short of sensational and also very fitting. Tab Ramos, the captain today for the Eastern Conference All-Stars, a member of the New York, New Jersey Metro Stars. This is his home stadium, and he grew up very near here. Valderrama spins the ball, a little bit of a bend, and taken down beautifully on the chest by Ramos. He tees off on it and stretches the far upper corner netting. Campos has no chance. There's Campos, he gets set no chance for it. Valderrama wisely with his great vision picks out Ramos out on the far side. Number 10 for the USA and for the Metro Stars today for the Eastern Conference All-Stars. Strikes the ball truly into the far upper corner.
What a beautiful play by the East. And you can start to sense both teams getting the chemistry going. Valderrama to Welton. Valderrama flips it back to Donadoni. Here's Vasquez on the near side. Vasquez wearing the number 5 to McBride. Does the smart thing and finds Valderrama. Valderrama to Donadoni on the overlap. Roberto Donadoni to the far side for McBride. Gets ahead on it. Lassiter. Welton. Just wide. Talisman will come away with it.
The Eastern Conference here responding to a crowd that is really pro-Eastern Conference. Obviously, they support the Metro Stars very well here, averaging about 28,000 fans a game during MLS action league games. But Campos has almost given up 2 goals here in the first 15 minutes. And it's mostly Valderrama and Lassiter providing the threats. But you have to feel great for Tab Ramos, number 10 in blue for the Eastern Conference. He grew up in Kearney, New Jersey, 15 minutes from here. He used to come here to watch the Cosmos with those great crowds here at Giant Stadium. Now he's a national team member. He's captain today of the Eastern Conference All-Stars. And what a goal he has scored in front of his hometown crowd.
Tony Meola, John Harkes on the East bench, nursing a little bit of a hamstring pull. Also in the same boat, and Meola's come up big a couple of times already.
Tony Meola's been coming up very big for the New York, New Jersey Metro Stars. He leads the league with 5 shutouts in goal for the Metro Stars. At one point, he had 3 shutouts in a row as they made a resurgence after the coaching change. So he has been a stellar performer in goal in Major League Soccer for the Metro Stars. Tony Meola, Kearney, New Jersey, just like you mentioned, John Harkes as well.
Here's Welton playing much more of a central role today. The pass will roll out for the Western throw. Let's head down to the sideline, bring in Bill McDermott and East coach Thomas Rongen.
Coach of the Eastern Division All-Star team. How long have you been training with these guys?
The game plan is working to perfection. We haven't practiced once. So when you win, you take the credit. When you lose, you blame the players. This is a great occasion, Bill. Yeah, we're up 1-0. Both teams have played well. Crowd is into it. Another big plus for soccer in this country.
Thomas, you see Valderrama play all the time, games, practice. Have you ever seen a play with better vision and better 1-2 touch?
No, I certainly haven't. He's one of a kind, and I'm very fortunate he's wearing the Tampa Bay Mutiny colors in MLS.
Thank you very much, Thomas Rongen. Full back up to you.
Lawless, he'll fire the shot, but caught on the outside of the foot. It'll be a goal kick for Campos.
I don't know about you, but if I was Alexi Lawless, I'd have gotten that ball right back out to Carlos Valderrama. Lawless known for his ability to score on high balls with his head, not known to have a particularly accurate long-range shot, and Valderrama was begging for the ball out here on the left side.
You see the sellout crowd, you hear the roar, the fans getting into this one. Rongen had the chance to see the earlier heyday in the NASL and All-Star games. This has got to feel right up there. Lawless back to Meola, sending it up for Donadoni in the middle.
Roberto Donadoni, what a fine couple of weeks he had in the European Championships for the Italian national team.
What a move by Valderrama. Frees Donadoni, tries to cut it back for the cross, gets it in, Campos deflects it and grabs hold with Lassiter on the doorstep.
Great action here at Giant Stadium at both ends, but in particular, it's Jorge Campos who's been under heavy pressure in goal for the Western Conference All-Stars.
Leonel Alvarez finding Winalda, getting the return. Hurtado, Winalda, Preki, Hurtado fights his way through Lawless, but Lawless comes up big again. They have been testing Big Red, and he's come away with the ball every time. Ramos, the goal scorer, frees Lassiter with Frazier on his back. Frazier, the number 4, on the defense for the West. Lassiter forced to dribble his way out. He'll drop it back to Clay Koyman. Vasquez to Donadoni. The East continuing to push pressure up. He finds Agus on the overlap. Kobe Jones guarding him. The back heel to Welton. Alvarez finds the opening and almost comes away with it, but Welton does a nice job to block him away. Agus, the number 12. Lassiter lets it run. McBride tries to set him up. Cleared away, and Jason Christ comes away with it for the West. Hurtado, the number 29, against Koeman. He has the speed. He gets past him. Into the middle for Cienfuegos, and Lawless again with the boot in the right spot.
Eduardo Hurtado, number 29 in white for the Western Conference, is a handful. He's been the main threat for these Western Conference All-Stars. He's got so much speed and power. So far, Lawless has been able to stay with him for the most part, but it's just a matter of moments before he'll break through.
Here's Cienfuegos, and he can create and shoot. Cuts back to the right foot.
Lawless disappeared from the radar screen there on that fake.
Here's Kobe Jones. He's looking for the shot. Blocked by Agus. The battle of national teamers continues. Lawless heading it clear, finding Ramos. Phil Shane, Ty Keogh at Giant Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. The MLS All-Star Game. The East leading 1-0 on the 14th minute tally from Tab Ramos from Carlos Valderrama. McBride getting the return pass. Campos out to grab it.
What is happening here is what all American soccer fans were hoping would happen. The league, Major League Soccer, consists of about 80% American players. This All-Star Game, the players selected for this All-Star roster, almost 60% of them American players. So the league really serving to help develop the American player.
Major League Soccer regular season action continues on the deuce. Kansas City against Tampa Bay. You'll get the chance to see it on ESPN2, 7:30 Eastern time. KC moving up the West, and Tampa Bay looking to hold on to the Eastern lead. Ryan McBride for Columbus, knocking it back to Ramos, to Vasquez from Tampa Bay, Lassiter to Valderrama. Those three you'll get the chance to see on Thursday. To the near side for Agus, the number 12, the defender from DC. Finds the opening for McBride, and he has some space. He fires the shot over the bar. He had the opening and had to go.
Phil, I think there's always some concern that in an all-star situation, the players haven't played together that much, but I've been pleasantly surprised. In fact, what you're seeing here, because of the super concentration of highly talented and skillful players, this game taking on a different rhythm than you generally see in Major League Soccer league games. These guys, a lot of nice building in midfield, working the ball instead of playing at such a high pace. Many of the Major League Soccer games tend to be more long ball played, more pressure applied up front, just chasing balls in the corners. All of these passes here have a design to them, and that speaks volumes about the gifts and skills of this particular group of all-stars.
Far side, John Doyle, wearing the number 3, the Fremont, California native, drops it back to Alvarez. Cienfuegos in the middle, wearing the playmaker's number 10. To Preki. Preki from Kansas City almost splits the defense with Hurtado and Ronaldo running on. But since both in the same space, one defender too many. Here's Lassiter. Lassiter the far side to Ramos with a lot of green in front of him. Tab Ramos into the middle. McBride stopped by Campos and brought down by Frazier. Here's Christ. The Dallas midfielder finding Preki. Those two normally go head-to-head. Now they're on the same team trying to knot this score up. Preki to the far side. Ronaldo somehow found his way free. That could be dangerous. Ronaldo tees it up and sends it over the bar. It will be a goal kick for Tony Viola.
Have a look at Tab Ramos's goal and a new technique here. The first ever use of a digital replay in North America. We'll have a look at Ramos's goal here. He scored in the 14th minute of play off of an assist by Carlos Valderrama.
Ronaldo in the middle looking for Hurtado, flicked on back post for Cienfuegos. The West won't wait. Cienfuegos, the amazing move from Viola, more than enough.
Viola very alert to get down quickly to smother that shot. His reflexes are right on today.
Ramos. End-to-end. We'll get back to that digital replay in just a moment. From Ramos and Valderrama's brilliant play, and here's El Pibe again, the number 9, finding Ramos. Valderrama normally wears number 10, but Ramos getting a little bit of respect here today in his home park.
Not only that, he got the captain's armband, and he's got a goal today.
He's living up to the number. Ramos looking for Lassiter, brought down by John Doyle. Play on. That draws some whistles from the Eastern faithful. Agus, the nice slide to win it from Kobe Jones. Donadoni, the Italian superstar, to McBride, tries to cut it back from Doyle, hits the hand, but play on. Here's Valderrama to Welton, in the middle, looking for Lassiter,
Tony Meola's quick going down to his left. Campos just pounces on that one. Almost appears to be not humanly possible. A perfectly timed run by Welton. He gets the ball from Valderrama out in front. It was Lassiter. Lassiter would have had a goal had Campos not been able to stretch out and get to that ball. Like I said, it's superhuman, the speed at which he's able to throw his body around.
Donadoni looking for Lassiter and just off the mark. That's what you have when you have players from different teams.
Jorge Campos, there he is on your screen, number 9 for the Western Conference. He looks quick in slow motion.
Lawless and Winalda go head-to-head, normally roommates on the road for the U.S. national team. Here's Valderrama. McBride wearing the number 20, dropping it back to Donadoni, who has been very evident here today. Ramos into Valderrama to Welton. Stops it on a dime and finds Alpibe again. Oh, brilliant ball from Donadoni. Ramos to Valderrama, but Alvarez will steal it away for the West. The West wearing the white and black shorts. Moving from the left to the right here in the first half. They trail 1-0. Kobe Jones beating the offside trap. Has some time to spin it through. Eggers gets a head on, or gets a boot on it. The deflection can be grabbed by Meola. And the East has kept a lot of pressure out of the box in the past few moments.
Tony Meola here in goal for the East. A moment ago, Kobe Jones of the LA Galaxy crossing, number 13 in white. He's matched up against Jeff Eggers. They must think they're back at Mission Viejo like 2 years ago when they were getting ready for the World Cup, scrimmaging against each other day in, day out. Now they're adversaries in Major League Soccer. There's Jeff Eggers playing with DC United, and Kobe with the league-leading LA Galaxy.
Donadoni saw what Welton wanted to do and tries it himself. Ramos on the far side can't get there before Robin Frazier does. Here's Alvarez. Striding forward, finds Winalda. Hurtado's on the near side looking for the ball, and Preki moves up. Winalda against Lawless, who comes up big again.
Exciting matchup there. Two of the U.S. national team stars. Lawless coming up on top here. The goal in the 14th minute. Valderrama, the playmaker. Great vision over to Tab Ramos, pushing forward on the right side. Not a great angle, but look at the placement of that shot. Zeroed in straight to the upper corner past Jorge Campos.
Try and bring you more digital replays throughout the day. Technological innovation giving you a chance to maybe get a better idea of how it happened. As on the far side, Preki's corner kick comes in and it's loose in the area. Lawless didn't know where Winalda was and elects to just head it over the bar. They'll swing it to the near side. Preki will get set for the corner.
Lawless there with a defensive header. Very powerful in the air. Jorge Campos now, this is very typical of him. He loves to get involved in the play. He's the goalkeeper for the West. He's up across the halfway line wanting to get involved just to entertain the fans. He does some of that, though, even in games that really count.
Meola gets a fist to it.
Campos has played 82 minutes this season over the course of the year as a forward for the LA Galaxy. So he is a very skillful player with the ball at his feet, in addition to being one of the top goalkeepers in the world.
Here's Welton, the number 16, against Alvarez, dropping it back to the Colombian field general Valderrama. McBride and Vasquez not on the same page. It will roll all the way back towards midfield. The East will hold on. Donadoni.
Donadoni, of course, of AC Milan and Italy fame, now has really added a spark to the midfield for the New York, New Jersey Metro Stars, who had such a rough start to their season, despite the fact that they are second in the league in average attendance. They weren't able to please their fans. A coaching change was made. But a bigger change, I think, is the fact that Donadoni's been able to come in and play more.
Hurtado, a nice ball. Cienfuegos wasn't quite expecting it. Lawless sends it out for the throw. Let's send it down to the sidelines, checking with Bill McDermott. What's been going on with Carlos Valderrama, Bill?
I tell you, Phil, they continually look for the number 9 shirt as opposed to the number 10 shirt, which he normally wears. Valderrama is involved in everything. Running alongside of him, Tab Ramos and Roberto Donadoni. They're always available, and they continue to go forward. I talked to Lothar Alcindor at the outset of the game. He said, well, Bill, it's pretty much about entertainment. After the goal, he said, well, it's pretty much now about weathering the storm. Back up to you, Phil.
The storm has been around the Campos net, but Eggers, a nice move. The East defense has been almost as impressive as the offense.
And the reason the East defense has been under some pressure as of late.
Campos comes out.
There he is. We talked about it. The fans love it.
He saw Donadoni cheating in.
He almost had Winalda through on a breakaway had he lifted that ball a little bit more. So goal scorer, playmaker, goalkeeper, you name it, Campos could do it. Back during U.S. Cup, he played in both matches, a league game for the Galaxy and then also for Mexico.
Preki gets past Lawless. Cienfuegos looking to set it up all the way to Kobe Jones. Near side of the box. Jones gets past Agus in the middle. Miola punches it. Vasquez clears it.
But what we've seen here in terms of midfield play, the Eastern Conference have been dominant. That's how they created the goal. Valderrama, Donadoni, and Ramos outplaying Preki and Kreis and Alvarez at the moment.
And here comes Campos again. Lassiter well behind him. Campos across midfield. Campos 35 yards away. Campos sets up Winalda. Winalda. Campos coming into the middle. Hurtado tries to get ahead on it. Campos still in the offensive zone. He's in the box with Preki on it. Campos in the area. Back to Preki. Preki, the number 8. Almost gets past Agus and holds on as Campos heads back towards his own net, drawing a roar of approval from the crowd.
Jorge Campos had everyone in the stadium on their feet, and after he gave that ball to Winalda, he wanted it back. He ran into the box looking for the return pass.
Here's Welton. Valderrama. Ramos runs. Doyle steals. The number 3 from San Jose. Too strong for the West.
John Doyle, former U.S. national team defender. He played in the '90 World Cup. Been around too long to buy that one.
Here's Winalda, who's getting out to the flank and becoming more dangerous. Cienfuegos, a rare mistrap, but he has Preki to help. Vasquez guarding him tightly. Preki towards Kreis and just off the mark.
Now, well, how's Tony Miola going to top Jorge Campos now? Now, Miola was a big goal scorer in high school. The senior year in high school in Kearney, New Jersey, they turned him into a forward because they didn't have anybody that could score.
Here with us today, the Fujifilm Blimp, spending 48 weeks out of every year traveling with the U.S. with a full-time crew large enough to staff 2 Major League Soccer teams, and they're seeing a doozy from up above, end-to-end action. Robin Fraser to Alvarez.
Phil, not only was the East goalkeeper Tony Miola versatile enough to be a top goal scorer in high school as a striker, as a forward, he also was drafted out of high school by the New York Yankees because he was an outstanding hitter and fielder.
Kobe Jones finding Preki, cuts it past to the right foot, back to the left. Hurtado has Cienfuegos, he'll use him. Agus comes over, Cienfuegos looking for Hurtado, but Clay Koyman heads it away. The number 18 in defense, doing a good job holding up Preki, so good that Kevin Stott comes over and congratulates him with a foul.
Number 18 for the Eastern Conference, Clay Koyman, and of the Tampa Bay Mutiny. He's hammering on some people out there. Not quite what you expect in an all-star setting.
This might be a little far away for the shot. They'll let Cienfuegos get him to Preki, spins it, goal! There's nothing Miola could do. Cienfuegos to Preki, we're all tied at 1.
Surgical precision on the left foot. Preki had just enough time to try and set this up. The free kick just rolled over to him. Not enough pressure there. He can look up, pick out that corner, and the bend totally eludes Tony Miola as he was scrambling to try and get over there. And Preki caresses this ball. It's all about placement, very little about power as he parks it way out of the reach of goalkeeper Tony Miola. Preki showing why he leads Major League Soccer in scoring thus far this season.
Here's Welton looking to put the East back in the lead, but Campos out-jumps McBride, and that's not easy to do.
Campos is not a tall goalkeeper. He's listed variously as 5'7" to 5'9", but he can sky. And there's Preki from Cienfuegos in the 33rd minute of play to not the score here. So the fans here have to be pleased with both goals, both of them perfectly placed shots.
Oh, what a pass by Cienfuegos, saved by Koyman, but Winalda comes away with it. Kobe Jones can't get there because Agus does. Good play by the number 12 in defense, otherwise Jones might have had it at the back post.
What about Preki's goal, though? If he'd licked a postage stamp and stuck it in the upper corner, he could hit it.
There was nothing Miola could do on that. Preki honed that shot indoors. He could do that in his sleep. Getting set for the corner kick. Alvarez will come over in case they decide to play it short. Could have a substitution coming in before the kick, and it looks like we might. Roberto Donadoni is leaving the pitch.
Of course, Donadoni performing double duty today. He's also a FIFA World All-Star. Great doubleheader here at Giant Stadium.
And entering the number 8, El Diablo, Marco Echeverri, the Bolivian superstar from DC United, the leading assist man in Major League Soccer.
Donadoni has to feel good. Not that many minutes, but he's certainly entertained.
Preki to Alvarez. Fakes the back heel, gets it back to Preki. Preki lifts it up past Ramos. McBride back in defense to head it clear. And here comes Echeverri. It's a 3-on-2 if they hurry, but coming from behind, Cienfuegos with the defense.
Cienfuegos, known for his tireless running at midfield, that time tracked back to make a big defensive play.
Here's El Tanque, the tank. Hurtado gets the opening and the shot rolls wide. He just played with Lawless that time.
Number 29 for the Western Conference All-Stars, Eduardo Hurtado, a member of Ecuador's national team. 6'3", 200 pounds, but phenomenal balance, as we saw a moment ago, as he rode a couple of tackles before he struck with the right foot. And he is one of the most explosive scorers in Major League Soccer, and a big part of the success that the LA Galaxy have had thus far in the season. We're roughly at the midway point. This is the All-Star break, and so many stars have shown in this league. They're all here together on this natural grass surface at Giant Stadium.
Robin Fraser will let it go over the end line. It will be a goal kick for the West. Let's head down to Bill McDermott on the field. Bill?
I'll tell you, Phil, I talked to Preki prior to the game. You know he's not a young man. It's fairly warm today. I said, you'll probably just go 45, huh? He said, are you dreaming? I'm going to full 90. He's pretty much done that all year long for the Kansas City Wiz. He doesn't come out. And because of his ability on free kicks and individual wizardry, he has tied this game for the Western Conference. Phil?
Thanks, Bill. Far side, Jason Kreis with it for the West. Passes it off to Cienfuegos. Winaldo wearing the number 11. Back to Kreis. Nice trap. Cienfuegos stops to avoid the offside. Hurtado to Kreis. He's in alone. Goal! The West has taken the lead. A brilliant pass. And Kreis with the goal.
Jason Kreis, one of the revelations of Major League Soccer. He had appeared a little bit on some of the youth national teams. He's come out of nowhere from the Dallas Burn. He plays it into Hurtado to start the play, follows his pass, Hurtado with the return one into space, and very coolly, clinically, Jason Kreis slots it past Tony Meola, but it starts with Jason Kreis, and he does well to support his own pass, and a well-timed ball through from Hurtado, sets it up, and look at this. Don't try this at home, folks. And on the AstroTurf, maybe you shouldn't try it, but yeah, that's a big controversy going on here. I think many of the New York Giants players would love to have natural surface out here, but that will be changed back to AstroTurf within the next few weeks here, as NFL action will return to the Giants Stadium, and AstroTurf comes with it.
Well, hopefully that won't be too long before they realize the error of their ways. Far side, Alvarez. Alvarez continues to stride with Hurtado making a run. He splits the defense and uses his speed, tries to beat Meola again, but Tony comes up with a save.
Hurtado smiles, and smile he should. He just set up a beautiful goal to Jason Kreis a moment ago, but he was also trying to test Tony Meola at that near post, because Meola has that tendency to leave the near post open and gamble a little bit the other way. So Hurtado, like many of the players in this league now, will look for that, particularly if they can fake towards a player at the far post, which Hurtado had when Aldo was racing to the back post.
Echeverri. McBride will find El Pibe to El Diablo. And Echeverri can't get there before John Doyle lets it roll across. Take a quick look back at the Budweiser scoring summary, and we have seen a hat trick of goals here in the first half. Echeverri coming in after the last one. Tab Ramos started things off for the East. A 14th minute goal thanks to Carlos Valderrama's brilliant pass. Preki from Cienfuegos off the free kick in the 33rd minute, and just 4 minutes later, Hurtado proved he can do more than score as he set up Jason Price. And here comes Winalda again, finding Hurtado. He has Jones with him, cuts to the inside. Welton hustling back on defense to steal it away.
Hurtado, number 29 in white, such a powerful runner with the ball at his feet. And he's set up a goal today. And a real turnaround here in the early minutes of this first half of play. It was all Eastern Conference. It was Valderrama dictating, Tab Ramos and Donadoni all dictating the pace of the game. But now suddenly with 2 quick goals by the West, it's a different game. Brecky started it off with that left-footed curling ball to the upper corner to tie the score.
Brecky knocking it back to Campos again, well out of the area by at least 15 yards. Take a look, Giovanni Savarese, the Metro Stars' leading scorer, one of the leaders in MLS. Looks like he could be coming in soon. All the way back, Lawless will let it roll to Miola with just 5+ left to go on the first half, and what a half it's been.
The East looking for an offensive spark in Giovanni Savarese, who played here locally at Long Island University. He's of Venezuelan descent, but he's a native of the New York area here. Seems like every time he steps on the field, one of his first 2 touches is a goal. So Savarese, number 17 in blue, coming on, and he normally produces some goal scoring.
Welton trying to use some magic to get past Kalishman and Alvarez, but good defense by the West. It will roll across for the Eastern throw just shy of the flag. Egus heading it in. Echeverry back to Vasquez, the number 5. He finds Ramos, who scored the first goal, which seems like eons ago. Echeverry to Welton. He can cross, and McBride open on the back post. That was not even a semblance of a cross. It'll be a goal kick for Campos, a rare miscue on this day. Savarese getting set to come in, wearing the number 17 today, the Caracas, Venezuelan native, celebrating his birthday in fine form in the first MLS All-Star Game. And he'll be coming in for Roy Lassiter, the 27-year-old forward from Tampa Bay. Lassiter doing a lot of running today, was unable to find his way free in the box. Savarese, that's his specialty.
Roy Lassiter, perhaps the fastest player in the entire league, and definitely in the plans of U.S. national team coach Steve Sampson, who is here today to make sure he checks out all the top stars in Major League Soccer to be considered for the U.S. national team, as they are very close to preparing for World Cup '98 qualifying games coming up in a month or so.
Savarese with 12 goals, no assists. All he knows how to do is score. And I'm sure that Thomas Ranga would like to see that happen here today.
That's all you need to know how to do. It's such a specialty. Savarese, yeah, he's not necessarily pretty, but he can put it away.
Hurtado, and the flag comes up offside, just beating the trap.
There's Jason Price, the author of the go-ahead goal for the Western Conference. He got the ball from Hurtado, but he was a virtual unknown in U.S. soccer. Now he's with the Dallas Burn. He has scored goals for them. He has 7 goals, 3 assists on the season out of Duke University, but he's found a niche with the Dallas Burn.
Egus tries to beat Campos, who does a nice impression in the end zone to grab that one. They'll slow things down as the West pushes forward. Price, we've talked about Vasquez earlier this season, about potentially earning a slot. Robin Fraser did get a call up to the national team again. Price is not that far away either, Ty, and that's in large part thanks to Major League Soccer.
He has showcased his brilliant right-footed shot, as well as his dribbling and passing ability under pressure at midfield. So it's good to see a young player, a United States citizen, be able to come through at a high-level league. Price wearing number 15 in white for the West.
Nice touch by Valderrama, and Ramos. It will roll all the way across and hit the flag for the Eastern throw. Sunday Night Baseball coming your way later on ESPN, an 8 o'clock start. The Giants against the Dodgers. That classic rivalry will continue on ESPN. Mike Piazza, you might want to tune in and see what he can do. It's an all-star game every time he steps to the plate. Here, Brecky finding Winalda. Winalda, nice trap as Egus tries to shut him down. Waldo shoots it wide, down into the tunnel. He tried to go near post on Miola. It'll be a goal kick for the East.
Well, there's Waldo, but where's the net? He didn't seem to know where to find it there. Misfiring, but This is some good stuff. Look at him accelerate off the first touch. One more touch. He lines it up, but then misstrikes it under some pressure from his U.S. national team teammate, Jeff Hagus.
Tony Meola will leave with just a minute left to go in the first half. He'll get a chance to draw some applause here today from the crowd, which he calls home. Mark Doherty from Tampa Bay will step into the net.
This could be precautionary. Meola early in the season had some shoulder problems, also missed a couple of games with a problem with his wrist and hand, and obviously he wants to please the hometown crowd. Meola growing up here in northern New Jersey, he was a fan of the Cosmos back in those glory years. But Doherty has proven himself to be one of the top goalkeepers in the league, helping to keep the Tampa Bay Mutiny at the top of the Eastern Conference.
McBride knocking it back to Echeverry. A reminder, when it hits 0, the half is over. A foul will be called. Savarese taken down by Christ. And maybe the East will get a chance to equalize in the waning seconds, but they better hurry. 14, 13 seconds, 12 seconds. 9 seconds and the clock is stopped. They did stop the clock to try and get the wall back. So the clock stopped with 9 as...
Now Alvarez should get himself a yellow card here for delay of game. He's encroaching the entire time trying to delay this kick.
Valderrama more the passer in this situation.
Alvarez still much too close to the ball. He leads the league in yellow card cautions.
Echeverry shot, bangs off Kalishman. He's down. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Agus rolls it wide, and the half has come to a close, but Dan Kalishman looked like he might have been knocked unconscious by that shot. We'll find out how he is and look back at the goals. Ramos, a brilliant one. The halftime show comes your way next on ESPN.